Right now, someone in your life already knows exactly what you will do next. They read you like a page they have already turned 100 times. Every move you think is clever, they saw coming long before you did. While you stayed honest, they studied your patterns and built a cage. You call it loyalty. They call it data. And they are winning. Think about the last time you were passed over, ignored, replaced. It was not bad luck. You were simply too easy to predict. The reliable man is the first one they take for granted. You gave them everything, and your openness became the map they used against you. Feel that sting? Good. That sting is your eyes finally opening. They counted on you never changing. That is the bet they always make. Predictable people are not respected, they are managed. Every time you reacted exactly as expected, you handed them another victory. You are not weak. You were just transparent in a room full of liars. And transparency in the wrong hands is just a target painted on your back. Tonight, that ends. Tonight you learn to become unreadable. Because the ones who keep beating you share one secret. They never let anyone see the whole of them. Not once. You have been playing your whole hand. They have been playing you. Stop, breathe, and understand what predictability has truly cost you. The promotion that went to someone louder. The respect that never came. The people who used your kindness like a door they walk through. Each one knew your next move because you always make the same one. Comfort made you a creature of habit. And habit made you prey. But prey can learn. Prey can change its nature entirely. You are about to stop being something they can plan around. By the end of this, your name will become a question they cannot answer. 5 centuries ago, one man wrote the rules they secretly still follow. And tonight, those rules become yours. Watch every second. Because the predictable get used. The unreadable get crowned. Let me say what no one else will. Your pain is real and it is justified. You worked harder. You stayed honest. You kept your word when others broke theirs. And still you watched lesser men climb past you. That is not your imagination, but here is the truth they buried. The problem was never your effort. You were taught to be open, honest, to show your true face at all times. And that lesson was a gift to everyone except you. The systems you trusted were built by people who never followed those rules themselves. They told you to be predictable, so you would be easy to command. A man whose moves are known is a man already half defeated. Think about who benefits when you are easy to read. Your manager who knows you will never say no. Your friend who knows you always forgive. They are not smarter than you. They simply learned your rhythm and danced around it. Predictability feels safe. That is exactly why it is so dangerous. Safety is the cage they decorate so you will never want to leave. Every routine they can predict is a string they can pull, and you have been pulling those strings tight around your own wrists. But realize this, the openness was never the flaw, the audience was. Honesty among the honest is strength. Honesty among wolves is a wound. You were dropped among wolves and told to behave like a lamb. The rules of the lamb were written by the wolves who feed on them. Now you must read those rules with new eyes, the eyes of the strategist, not to become cruel, to become uncatchable. The world rewards the rare, the surprising, the impossible to pin down, and it quietly discards the dependable the moment they are no longer needed. You were never meant to discover this. They prefer you asleep. An asleep man is a predictable man. He dreams the same dream every night. But you are awake now. And awake men rewrite the rules entirely. Stop blaming yourself for following a map drawn to lead you in circles. The shame you carry was never yours. It was issued to you to keep you small. Set it down. You will need empty hands for what comes next. Look around your life. Notice who relies on you behaving the same way forever. Those are the people most threatened by what you are about to become. When you change your pattern, watch how loudly they protest. Their protest is proof. It means your predictability was profiting them. The cause of your losses was not weakness. It was visibility. And visibility, unlike weakness, can be switched off whenever you choose. From this moment, you decide what they get to see and what they never will. This is not paranoia. This is finally seeing the game board clearly. Every powerful person you admire mastered one skill above all others. They learned to keep their true intentions locked behind an unreadable face. While the world guessed, they moved, and by the time it knew it was done, that power is not born, it is built, one disciplined choice at a time. And the architect of this entire philosophy was a man the powerful feared. They banned his book, they burned his name, and still they obeyed his lessons. It is time you met the man who refused to lie about how power truly works. His name was Niccolo Machiavelli, a diplomat who watched empires rise and fall up close. He served princes, advised generals, and survived the politics that killed lesser men. He was tortured, exiled, stripped of everything. And in that ruin, he wrote the truth. He had no reason left to flatter the powerful. So he simply described how they win. What he revealed about appearance and reality still terrifies the comfortable today. On the matter of being read by your enemies, he wrote a single immortal line. He wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." Read that. The surface is for the crowd. The truth is for you alone. Most people show everyone everything, then wonder why they are so easily defeated. Machiavelli understood that perception is a weapon, and most never pick it up. He was not teaching evil. He was tearing the comfortable blindfold from your eyes. The naive call him cold. The powerful call him correct. Every leader who ever beat you has read him, even if they will never admit it. And now that same forbidden knowledge sits in front of you, unguarded. He believed a man must be both the lion and the fox. Strength and cunning. The lion frightens off wolves. The fox sees the traps the lion would blunder into. You have been all lion and no fox, or all fox and no lion. Tonight, you become both. His core lesson for our purpose is brutally simple. Control what others can predict, and you control the outcome before it begins. He proved that the unreadable man holds an advantage no army can match. This is not about deceiving the innocent. It is about defending yourself from predators. Machiavelli gives you the armor. What you do with it is your choice alone. So let his 5-century-old wisdom become your modern blade. Here, begin the lessons the powerful prayed you would never learn. Take each one, sharpen it, and carry it into the life that underestimated you. Lesson 1. The mask of patterns. Your habits are a confession you never meant to make. Every fixed routine you keep tells the world precisely where to find you. Think of how you answer the same way every single time someone provokes you. They poke, you react, they smile. The whole exchange was scripted by them. This happens because the human mind craves comfort, and comfort means repetition. Your brain rewards the familiar path, even when that path leads to your defeat. Predators do not hunt randomly. They hunt patterns. You have given them yours freely. The fix is not chaos. It is the deliberate breaking of one pattern at a time. Starting today, change one predictable thing. The route, the reply, the timing. When they expect your usual answer, give them silence. When they expect heat, give them ice. Watch their certainty crack. That crack is where your new power floods in. You are not being difficult. You are simply refusing to be a solved equation. The unpredictable man forces others to pay attention. The predictable man is background. Attention is leverage, and leverage is the beginning of every kind of power. But understand this clearly. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. You break your patterns to free yourself, not to wound the innocent around you. Make a list tonight of 3 things you always do. Then plan to do each differently. Small unpredictability, practice daily, rebuilds you into someone no one can map. Soon they will study you and find nothing reliable to exploit. That is your shield. You become a moving target, and moving targets are nearly impossible to hit. Drop this in the comments. I am unreadable by design. Lesson 2. The weapon of silence. Most people lose because they cannot stop explaining themselves. Every word you offer unasked is a gift of information to people studying you. You know the moment. They ask a sharp question, and you rush to fill the silence. Silence feels unbearable to you because you were trained to fear it. But the powerful learned to love silence. They let it work like a slow blade. This happens because the human mind cannot tolerate a gap. It rushes to fill it. When you stay silent, the other person fills the gap and reveals themselves to you. Silence turns your opponent into the one who must guess and gamble. Starting today, practice the pause. When asked something, count 3 heartbeats first. In those 3 beats, you choose your words instead of leaking them. Answer less than they expect. Let your brevity make them lean in. The less you reveal, the larger you become in their imagination. Mystery is not arrogance. It is simply refusing to hand strangers the keys to you. When you must speak, speak with weight. Few words, chosen like arrows. Notice how silence unsettles those who relied on your constant chatter. They will probe. They will push. Hold the quiet and let them tire themselves out. Silence also protects you from the words you would later regret in anger. The man who never gives away his next word never gives away his next move. Your silence becomes armor they cannot find the seams to pierce. Master this, and conversations stop being traps and start becoming your hunting ground. Drop this in the comments. My silence is my armor. Lesson 3. The art of the unexpected. Surprise is the closest thing to magic in human affairs. When you act in a way no one foresaw, you seize a moment of total control. Recall how a single unexpected act from someone once left you speechless and impressed. That power to stop a room, you have been giving it away by always being the same. The mind is wired to ignore the expected and snap awake at the surprising. This is why a calm man who suddenly shows steel commands instant respect. But surprise must be rationed. Overuse it and the unexpected becomes your new pattern. Use it like a rare coin, spent only when the prize is worth it. Starting today, plan one deliberate surprise. A bold word where you would normally retreat. Let them see a side of you they filed away as impossible. Watch their map of you burn. The unexpected is not recklessness. It is calculated, aimed, and chosen with cold purpose. Machiavelli's princes won not by force alone, but by moving when no one believed they would. Timing is the secret heart of surprise. The right act at the wrong time is wasted. Watch the room. Wait for the pause where everyone assumes they know the outcome, then move. In that single beat, the entire balance of power tilts toward you. People will call you unpredictable. Hear it for what it truly is. They call you free. The free man cannot be scheduled, cornered, or counted upon to fold. Remember always, you sharpen these edges to guard your life, never to ruin another's. Surprise the predators, shield the people you love, and never confuse the two. The unexpected, used wisely, makes you the author of every room you enter. Become the plot twist they never saw coming in the story of their own scheme. Lessons 4. The Vanishing Act. Your constant availability has quietly stripped away your worth. What is always there is never noticed. Air is only valued the moment it is gone. Think of how people only chase what slips slightly out of their reach. You answer instantly. You appear whenever called, so your presence costs them nothing. This happens because the mind assigns value by scarcity, not by quality alone. The most abundant thing in any market is always the cheapest. Do not be abundant. Starting today, practice the strategic disappearance. Be less reachable, not from spite but from value. Do not reply to everything the instant it arrives. Let time give your response weight. When you return after absence, you return as an event, not a habit. Absence forces others to feel the shape of the space you normally fill. They begin to wonder where you are, what you are doing, who now has your attention. That wondering is the seed of respect. You planted it simply by stepping back. This is not cruelty toward those who love you. It is refusing to be taken for granted. Give your true presence to the worthy. Make the rest earn even a glimpse of you. The Vanishing Act also resets how people speak to you when you reappear. Distance rebuilds the mystery that constant closeness slowly wore away. But never vanish out of fear. Vanish from a place of fullness and quiet power. The fearful flee. The powerful simply choose when and where to be seen. Master your own appearances, and you master the rhythm of every relationship you keep. You stop being the option always on the shelf and become the prize kept under lock. Drop this in the comments. I move when they least expect. Lesson 5. The mirror that lies. Never let your face announce your next intention. Your expressions are a language. And right now you are shouting every secret you hold. You smile when pleased, scowl when angered, and so they steer you with ease. Recall the negotiation you lost the instant your face revealed how much you wanted it. The wanting showed, and the wanting always raises the price others charge you. This happens because humans read microsignals faster than they read words. Machiavelli taught that the surface you show must serve you, not betray you. Starting today, practice the still face. Let your features rest, calm as deep water. Feel an emotion, then choose whether to show it, rather than leaking it by reflex. When you do choose to show feeling, let it be a decision, sharp and intentional. An intentional smile is a gift. An accidental one is a leak in your defenses. Practice letting them misread you. Appear indifferent to what you most desire. When they cannot tell what moves you, they cannot use what moves you against you. This is not deceit against the honest. It is denying predators a window into your soul. Keep your true joys and true wounds known only to those who earned that trust. The unreadable face is not a cold heart. It is a guarded gate around a warm one. Watch how people lean closer, trying to decipher the calm they cannot crack. Your composure becomes a question that lives rent-free in their restless minds. And the one who holds the question always holds more power than the one who answers. Train the mirror to lie for you, and the world stops mining your face for gold. Drop this in the comments. We know one my patterns. Lesson 6. The long game. Your impatience is the lever they pull to defeat you. You want the result now, so you reveal your hand, force the moment, and lose. Recall how often you spoke too soon, acted too fast, and watched it all unravel. This happens because the mind discounts the future and screams for reward today. Machiavelli's victors planned in years, while their rivals panicked in moments. The patient man is unpredictable precisely because he is not chasing the obvious prize. Starting today, choose one goal and refuse to rush it. Let slowness become your weapon. When others expect you to pounce, simply wait. Your stillness will unnerve them. Let your rivals exhaust themselves making moves while you conserve your strength. Time is a blade that cuts the impatient and sharpens the disciplined. Every day you do not waste your hand is a day your true strength grows in silence. Patience is not passivity. It is aggression with its eyes open and its timing perfect. Strike only when the outcome is nearly certain, and let the rest believe you are asleep. When you finally move, it will look like luck. It will be a decade of discipline. The long game makes you unreadable because no one can map a plan they cannot see the end of. Hold your direction lightly in conversation, firmly in your heart. Let them think you drift while you steer toward a shore only you can see. The impatient burn bright and brief. The patient endure and inherit everything. Refuse to be rushed by anyone who profits from your hurry. The urgency is a trap. Your calm is the key that springs it open in reverse. Win the long game, and you stop reacting to the world and start authoring it. Patience, disciplined and silent, is the crown the impatient never live to wear. Lesson 7. The sovereign self. Whoever controls your reactions controls your entire life. Every time someone makes you flinch on command, they are the ruler, and you are ruled. Recall the insult that ruined your whole day, because you let it inside your gates. That person spent nothing, yet they rented out your peace for hours. You paid in full. This happens because reaction feels like strength when it is almost always surrender. Machiavelli admired the ruler whose temper no enemy could ever provoke on demand. Starting today, practice the pause between the spark and the fire of your response. In that pause, ask one question. Does reacting serve me or serve the one provoking me? When you refuse the bait, the one who cast it stands exposed and powerless. Your calm in the face of their provocation is the loudest insult of all. The sovereign self feels everything. yet is commanded by nothing outside its own will. Practice letting small offenses pass like wind through an open window. Save your fire for what you choose, not for every fool who strikes a match near you. When your reactions become unpredictable, manipulators lose their only reliable tool. They poke expecting fire and find still water. They push expecting collapse and find stone. Slowly, they stop testing you. They sense you are no longer theirs to move. This mastery is not coldness toward those you love. It is refusing to be a puppet for the rest. Give your genuine emotion to the worthy. Give the manipulators nothing but calm eyes. The throne of your own mind is yours. Stop letting strangers sit upon it. When you rule yourself completely, no one else can ever rule you again. Become the one whose calm is so total it feels like a power others cannot name. Lesson 8. The throne of detachment. The one who needs the least always holds the most power. Your neediness is the leash. The moment you must have something, you can be controlled. Recall how desperately wanting someone's approval handed them total power over you. When you chase, you announce you are below. The pursued is always the one above. This happens because need broadcasts scarcity, and scarcity invites exploitation. Machiavelli's strongest figures could walk away from anything, and everyone knew it. Starting today, build a life so full that no single person becomes your whole sky. Want things, but need nothing. Desire freely, but never from a place of lack. When you can leave the table at any time, you negotiate everything from strength. Detachment makes you unpredictable, for they cannot threaten a man who needs nothing they hold. The pursued never has to perform. It is the desperate pursuer who dances for scraps. Make yourself the destination others travel toward, never the beggar at their gate. This is not arrogance, and it is not cruelty. It is simply knowing your own worth without apology. Love freely and give generously, but never from fear of being left alone. The detached heart is not empty. It is so full it has nothing left to beg for. Watch how people who once ignored you suddenly sense your gravity and orbit closer. Your indifference to chasing becomes the very thing that makes you chased. Detachment is the final lock on the door predators kept finding open in you. When you need no one's permission to be whole, no one can hold your wholeness hostage. This is the throne. Not a chair of gold, but a mind that bows to nothing it does not choose. Sit upon it and let the world rearrange itself around your unmistakable calm. Drop this in the comments. I am the destination, not the pursuit. Now stop. Feel what is happening inside you right now. Something is shifting. The man who pressed play on this is not the man hearing these final words. The old you, the predictable one, the readable one, the used one, is finished. The old you is dead, and from his ashes rises someone they will never again be able to predict. Every lesson tonight was a piece of armor. Now feel them lock into place. The mask, the silence, the surprise, the vanishing, the still face, the long game, the sovereign self, the throne of detachment, all of it now living inside you. You are no longer the prey that wanders the same path waiting to be caught. You have become something sharper, something aimed, something dangerous to underestimate. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future, not pointed at the world to wound it, pointed at the life that was stolen from you. Every door they closed, you will now open from a hinge they never knew existed. Let them keep waiting for the old reactions. Let them keep guessing. Let them lose. From this night forward, you answer to one authority alone. Your own will, not the boss who overlooked you, not the friend who used you, not the past that defined you. You belong to no one, not to the crowd that demanded your sameness, not to the fear that kept you small. You belong only to the future you are now strong enough to seize. Feel the power settle into your spine. Feel how steady the unreadable man stands. The next time they try to read you, they will find a locked book with a blank cover. The next time they try to use you, their strings will find nothing left to grip. You have the lion's strength and the fox's eyes. You are finally whole. This is not the end of a video. It is the first night of a life they cannot script. Carry this fire carefully. Use it to build, to guard, and to rise. You did not stumble onto this video by accident. Something in you was already ready. I will not ask you to subscribe. That decision belongs to the new mind you now carry. If these words sharpened you, you already know whether they deserve a place in your weeks ahead. The unreadable do not beg for an audience. They simply become impossible to look away from. So tell me below, who in your life will be the first to notice you have changed? And what will they never guess why?